The 2023 to 2024 season of the Saudi Championship has come to an end. A good time to evaluate this first year of a lot of investment in a championship that attracted a lot of attention due to the relevant signings made. This was Cristiano Ronaldo's first full season in the league, where he stood out and broke yet another record, finishing with 35 goals, surpassing Hamdallah's previous mark of 34. The final classification reflected the disparity in the championship. Al Hilal had a historic campaign under the command of Jorge Jesus, with 31 wins and 3 draws, a spectacular campaign that highlighted the technical and tactical capacity of the team, which was already very strong and became even more imposing with several stars in the team. Cast. Al Hilal finished the season undefeated, and with the highest score in the history of the Saudi Championship, winning the title with 96 points. The international stars attracted a lot of attention, but not all of them delivered as expected. Neymar, for example, had a season marred by injuries. Signed by Al Hilal with great expectations, the Brazilian star made some impressive appearances at the beginning of the season, but a serious knee injury sidelined him for almost the entire championship. Neymar's absence was a significant blow for Al Hilal, who, despite their collective strength and squad depth, missed his creative flair and game-deciding ability. Karim Benzema, another big name who generated a lot of expectations when he transferred to Al Ittihad, had a turbulent season. The French veteran, voted the best player in the world in 2022, had difficulties fully adapting to the Saudi League style of play and the region's weather conditions. Furthermore, Benzema has suffered from some minor injuries that have interrupted his rhythm. His season was marked by ups and downs, and despite contributing important goals, he was unable to lead Al Ittihad to a successful campaign, culminating in a disappointing 5th place in the table. On the other hand, Cristiano Ronaldo was the great exception among international stars. The Portuguese striker, who began his journey at Al Nassr in January 2023, quickly adapted and became the team's pillar. Ronaldo finished the season as the league's top scorer, with an impressive 35 goals, surpassing Hamdallah's previous record. His consistency, discipline, and ability to decide matches were evident throughout the season, and he was instrumental in Al Nassr remaining in title contention for much of the campaign. Ronaldo's performance not only cemented his status as one of world football's biggest stars, even at the age of 39, but also brought a significant level of visibility and prestige to the Saudi League. His achievements on the field and his professionalism often served as an inspiration for local players and young talents, raising the competitive standard of the championship. However, the presence of stars like Neymar and Benzema, despite their challenges, contributed to increasing global interest in the Saudi Championship. The league has attracted a larger international audience, increased its broadcast revenues, and become an attractive destination for other big players considering transfers in the future. The first season with these big names was a valuable learning experience, and the expectation is that, with adjustments and better preparation, the results will be even more positive in the coming seasons. Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr were the only ones who managed to chase Al Hilal for part of the season, finishing with 82 points and an impressive attack, which scored 100 goals. However, the feeling of a championship defined so early took away a lot of the appeal and interest, especially after the direct confrontation between Al Hilal and Al Nassr in early December, where Al Hilal opened a 7-point lead at the top. Below the top 2, the rest of the championship was closely contested. Al Ittihad's Jeddah rivals Al Ahly finished in 3rd place. Even coming from the 2nd division, Al Ahly achieved a prominent position with a reinforced squad, while Al Ittihad, current champion and with great signings such as Benzema, Fabinho and Kante, had a disappointing season, finishing in 5th place due to internal problems and many injuries. Other highlights of the season include Al Talwan, who had a great campaign under the command of Pericles Kamuska, qualifying for the 2nd continental competition. Al Fateh had a promising start, but dropped in production in the second half of the season, finishing in mid-table. Al Shabab, which theoretically should be fighting for the top positions, had a disappointing season and was only in the middle of the table. At the bottom of the table, some teams performed well below expectations. Al Raid, led by Oder Hellman, managed to remain in the 1st division, but with a very low competitive level. Al Adala and Al Batten were relegated, with very weak campaigns. The season showed that the Saudi League still has a long way to go to become one of the top leagues in the world. The disparity between the teams and the lack of competitiveness in some games were evident. However, the championship has the potential to grow, especially with the increase in the number of foreigners allowed next season and the continued investment in high-level players. Saudi clubs continue to attract big stars and young talents, and the championship is expected to become increasingly competitive and interesting in the coming years. Saudi Arabia still intends to make major investments in football, aiming to reach a higher level by 2030. If it continues at this pace, the Saudi League could become a reference on the world stage. In short, the 2023 to 2024 Saudi Championship season was marked by overwhelming dominance by Al Hilal, intense pursuit by Al Nassr, surprises like Al Ahly and Al Tawun, and disappointments like Al Ittihad. The championship has shown both its potential and its limitations, and the future looks promising with the planned investments and regulatory changes to come.